What is clinching? Clinching is when you're grabbing your opponent around his neck and he's also grabbing you. The purpose of clinching is to try to move your opponent into the right position and place a knee technique. The more you pull your opponent off balance or onto his wrong leg, the easier it is to set up a knee technique. Clinching is often used in slowing your opponent down or interrupting his rhythm. It's not only about power, but also about the combination of timing and power and other skills. It also involves very heavy conditioning. It's therefore very important that you use the power of your opponent as well. You can also use the knee techniques without the clinching as an attack or as a counter.
Grabbing the opponent during clinching is of utmost importance before starting any knee techniques. In order to do this correctly, we are tugging our partner around his neck and your partner takes you by holding his arms around you. Like a game, your partner tries to move his hands inwards. With your hands in an inward position, you have an advantage. In this position, you can move your opponent more easily and bring him off balance. This is done by giving short, powerful jerks on your partner's neck. What's the short, powerful jerks? It's like a game, coming inwards in an inward position with your hands. Make sure that during clinching you stand up as straight as possible, so don't let yourself be pulled down. By practicing this, you will enforce your back and neck muscles. Again, start slowly. Also, the footwork is important in order to remain always in balance. In order to avoid off balance, make only short steps and stand as close as possible to your opponent, so you will give him no space for a knee technique. Watch how the short jerks bring your opponent off balance. Watch my position. I stand up straight, move inwards with both arms and then grab his neck. Clinching takes a lot of energy from you. As in regular boxing they rest, here we're just starting. Now we are showing some different knee techniques from a clinching position. For example, the so-called left and right round knee. Furthermore, we see a left and right forward knee and a combination of both. Now we can see a right round knee followed up by a front knee. As all techniques are used from a clinching position, we have to create space first. Grab your partner with your hands in an inward position around his neck and step with your left leg over his right foot. Swing your right knee upwards and turn backwards with a knee. You have to hold your opponent firmly. You hit your opponent's ribs with the sideward knee. You can see I'm creating space for while following up with the knee. Watch carefully how close I am with my partner. Then step backwards, pull his neck and come in with the front knee. Watch how I stretch my back. With this right forward knee, you are again in contact with your partner and you push again your elbows to the chest of your opponent. Move your right leg backwards and stretch your arms. Move your left leg and give a forward knee. With a double knee, placed in a round movement and forward, then again step over your foot beside your opponent. Place a right round knee. Join and make a step with your right leg and finish with a right forward knee. With a left double knee, we do the same. Again, step over your foot beside your opponent. Make a left side knee, join, step backward, stretch your arms, and come back with a knee. And clinch your opponent again. Make sure that always your opponent is grabbed around his neck from the inside and that enough space is ensured for every knee attack. Don't jump, keep contact with the ground, at least with 1 foot. Watch how I bow my back when I give the forward knee. Make enough space for every knee movement. Again, step forwards, and this holds especially for a forward knee. Be sure that you throw your body behind your knee attack, so don't keep your back backwards. Watch how I am creating the space to place my knee. Make sure that your chin is locked between your shoulders and that you can't be hit by any counter punches, and stick to your opponent after each knee technique. Watch how I close to my opponent. I clinch my opponent after giving each technique. With a double circular knee forwards with your left leg, your foot will not touch the ground after the knee, but it moves without hesitation backwards. You're stretching your arms, keep your back round and hit backwards in an explosive way. During this fight, I make 2 times a double round knee to the body. Although I don't hold my opponent but the ropes, I still make space by stepping backwards and placing a round knee. I hold my opponent tightly. I make space and place a knee around his defense. Again, we see a situation where I hold my opponent tightly, but now I make space and I place a knee to the head. This technique is only possible if you are creating enough space.